good spring ball. Very pleased. We made a lot of progress in all three phases. Defensively, I thought we were really picking up what we're doing in the new schemes and what we've added. Offensively, made some progress. Really like the development of what we're doing up front. Quarterbacks all have their talents and then do some really nice things. They're developing nicely. Receivers are being much more consistent, which I think is allowing the quarterbacks to play more consistent. They're making plays, being what they're supposed to be, getting open, winning the one-on-one battles. But very pleased defensively. Actually, I've been pleased. Kicking game come on good. Roberto got a little nervous on the first one, then he settled down, and you saw the talent. I mean, kicking the ball very well. Kickoffs were good. For the most part, Casey punted pretty well. And overall in spring, we were good. We got banged and bruised, but I don't think there's anybody we're going to lose and not have back in the fall. And we get back to full strength and get our freshmen in, and I think we have a chance and potentially be a good football team. And we just keep growing and heading in the right direction. We've got a great attitude. I love the team. I love the work ethic. I love their attitude, their competitiveness within the frame of things, and then they go at it, and then they understand their family. And really like there's a lot of camaraderie within each group on each side of the ball. Really like that. Question?
Were you able to see any differentiation between the quarterbacks?
Well, we'll wait and look to the film and see everything. But I mean, standing behind the huddle, you can tell who's got poise, who's got presence, who's got some things that are, and just how they handle the huddle. You know what I mean? And how they talk and interact. And I mean, early, I think, I thought a few of the young guys early were a little bit, but then after a couple of plays, that is typical. And they got into it, started playing, and their natural reactions came out. And I was pleased. I mean, we'll look at the film, and we had some nice plays out there, both with 3 or 4 of those guys. All of them made nice throws at times. I think all of them threw a touchdown at one point, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we did that, and so very pleased with the progress we're making.
Jimbo, can you talk about James' first pass? I mean, as a former quarterback, that's a pretty special throw he made.
Yeah, it was. And we had 4 verticals on, and he read the inside vertical into his number 2 outside read, and had a little seam and dropped it over in a nice spot. And those are hard to do sometimes when you just come in off the bench like that. But he had the knack, and he was on fire. He hit it right on the money.
Does that speak, honestly, to maybe this kid has a little something special about himself?
Well, I hope so. I hope they all do, but I hope he does. I mean, I hope one of them does or all of them do, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he came in and took it, like I say, he took advantage of opportunities. You put opportunities out there for guys, and that's what you got to do. You can't say I got Billy, you got to go make plays, and he's done a nice job of making plays. He took advantage of the opportunities he had today on the stage he had, and I thought played pretty well for the most part. We'll look at the film and see if there's anything I missed, but I thought he stepped up and played very nicely.
How about that second touchdown that he had to Rashad on the far sideline?
To a back shoulder throw. There's a back shoulder fade. The guy was on the front shoulder. And one of the reasons we're getting a lot more work at that, we're better at that right now, it has to do with our defense. We're getting a lot more press coverage, a lot more jam press coverage, and you're seeing it every day and having to do that. We're getting better at it, but it was very well executed by both guys.
It looked like it. I mean, to us, it looks like the guy's covered, but is he going to be covered when you throw that?
No. That's how, if you watch the NFL, if you watch the real deals, those guys, when they, you got to beat them deep, you beat them back. You got to throw them open. When that's open. I mean, when you play big-time people against good people, that's going to be open. I mean, you're going to have a couple inches here and there, and you got to put the ball on the right shoulder. That's why arm strength and accuracy are so important when you're going to high levels of ball. I mean, to the average person, that does look open, but in real football, that is open.
Coach Kenny, over 200 receiving yards today. That's a pretty nice outing.
Yeah, he seemed to. I mean, I think of some catches. Yeah, it made some nice, both guys. I thought our receivers caught the ball well inside, got banged 3 or 4 times and caught the ball inside on some throws. You know what I mean? Got hit, which is when you go across the middle, that's part of it. That they did nice. Rashad had some nice deals. I thought Christian Green made some plays. KB really came on. He had a little push off, but he made some nice plays and just consistently underneath, running routes, being dependable. I really was pleased with him. Happel had some nice plays at tight end, caught the ball very nicely. And Greg Dent, we didn't feature it to him enough, and I wasn't worried about that. I want to see the other guys. He's really stood out to me all spring, so we have a good group there.
Coach, how did you feel about Bobby Hart today? He looked like he did
yeah, so he moved on a 2-minute though, right before he had a motion. Some of that you showed, he had a penalty there, but he seemed to play pretty well for the most part. Mr. Blitz early, I remember one call he could have slid out on, but those are just things off the top of my head, but he seemed to play pretty solid.
Well, and how much can you actually win during the spring game when defensemen know that they can't get off after the quarterback? I mean, are they still coming 100%?
Oh yeah, they're coming 100%. We practice every day. They ain't hitting them any day. Yeah. So it's the same stuff we judge every day. They're coming and they just veer off. We know that. They're coming just as hard as they were.
Coach, a lot of the legends were here today. Charlie, Marvin Jones. Did any of them talk to the team, or?
No, we didn't. I didn't, and they wanted to be around. I just wanted to bring back, and well, no one wants anything from them. Just to give them the respect and honor of which the legacies in which they built around here, and just to let them enjoy each other and remember and reminisce on those old great teams and with the companionships in which they had. And it's something I started 4 years ago that I didn't think we did enough to bring those old guys back, and I wanted to start something to bring them back and honor them, and out of respect for what Florida State has a large part to do with what those guys did and how hard they played. And we have as much tradition in the last 25 years of college football as anybody. And I want to honor it, and I want our kids to respect it and see those guys.
Seemed like the defense basically played freshman quarterback.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. I was pleased. I mean, I thought we covered well. P.J. Williams made some nice plays. I mean, they got beat. They got in there. That's part of it. You got to have, it's like quarterback. You're gonna miss a ball, and you got to throw another one in there. You get beat, you got to come back and play. I thought defense played well. I'm very pleased with those guys and the way the linebackers are playing, and some of those young linebackers are going to be really good.
It seems like you get home on blitzes a lot, at least today. You get
Well,
home
we
on
did.
blitzes better than you maybe
You ain't
did.
seen blitzes yet.
Didn't even see what's coming. But that's part of the defense, right? Is bringing it.
Yeah, that was just base normal blitzes. We had those blitzes last year. That was our base stuff.
Oh,
But yeah, that was anything new. I mean, that's just base. But we have athletic guys who can change and move, and those guys, and they're older, they're better.
Coach, how do you guard against Jameis and, I don't know, reading all the hype and throwing the football over the frat house and Trent Dilfer saying he's going to be a #1 pick? I mean, how do you guard against?
You seen me, please. Oh, yeah, no, we have a great relationship. Now, you talk about he's a guy who the harder you press him, the better he plays. He's a guy, the harder you coach him, he wants, he'll walk by and ask me, why, you can't get on me enough? I mean, he loves to be challenged. A lot of our guys do. A lot of these guys here all like to be challenged a lot more. You know what I mean? Very strong personality guys, the whole group. And as a group, which is a good thing, because I see it by them in the huddle. They're that way on guys in the huddle. And but you keep them realistic and tell them what's real and what's not real, and let everybody else be legends and hype. Because I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't say it's ridiculous, but the game. I mean, that's let the guys play. And what I fear about all that stuff, it's great to write, but you build a guy up to be so great he can't live up to it, and then all you do is build disappointment for the guy. It's unfair to the player on how you do it, but just be careful and let him play. He's going to be a good player. Hopefully he'll be a great player.
How did he play?
I thought he played well. I mean, he had some tough, missing free throws here and there, forced a ball or two. I thought he rebounded back well. I liked the way he controlled the huddle. I thought he had total command of what he was doing. Even his misses, I mean, he knew when he made a mistake what he was doing. And I thought he played very solid in the game. Made some real nice throws at the end there in the corner.